Good afternoon. My name is Ryan Emery, and this is my journey to leadership. Today I'm the principal of AC Stell Middle School in Calabasas, California. However, the focus of this video is not where I am today, it's how I got there. I was born in 1980 in Red Bank, New Jersey, to a caring and loving family at the time. My father owned a nursing home called Emery Manor. Here's a picture of him in 1977 using funds from his nursing home to support a student so they could attend college for free. My mother was a special education teacher for 25 years and truly believed that every child, if given the right opportunities and placed in the right setting, could be successful. Early on, I attended St. Joseph's Catholic School in New Jersey, which was a private school that I attended from the grades of kindergarten through third. And that's when my journey got interesting. You see, my father was an alcoholic and ended up losing the nursing home. So we moved south to Peachtree City, Georgia to be closer to family in an effort to have support. That's when I attended Braylon Elementary School and was completely out of place. For middle school, I attended J.C. Booth Middle School. By this time, 6th grade and 7th grade, I began to adapt to the South a bit and felt more comfortable with the surroundings. For high school, I attended McIntosh High School, an affluent school in an affluent community that was a great school, and I learned a lot, and I'm very grateful for the opportunities I had there. You can see here that not only did students drive cars to school, but they also drove golf carts as well. So at first glance, many would say, just by the pictures of the background, that it's a white privilege. It's a special advantage or a benefit of white persons with reference to divine dispositions, natural advantages, gifts of fortune, and genetic endowments. Well, what does this look like? Well, it's not what it looks like. It's opportunities that exist because of being a white male. You see, I didn't grow up with the most affluent family. However, just because I didn't have the funds didn't mean that I didn't have privileges, and I'm aware of that. I'm aware of the non-level playing field and the inequities that exist. And so I really have a calling to push and use that to help others. But growing up, I didn't have certain privileges. Although I did have white privilege, and I understand that, and I recognize the inequities, I didn't come with affluent backgrounds. Both these pictures kind of show my childhood. The one on the right is the police car, because what I have memories of is my dad getting DUIs and me being driven home by a policeman. That led to us losing our home for a second time and him losing his position at a nursing home. So when we lost our house, we were homeless as a family. So we ended up moving in with my aunt, who had a very small house. So that called for me to have to live in an attic. And you can only imagine what it was like living in an attic in the heat and humidity of Georgia in the South during the summertime. So the attic was, and then I was embarrassed. I was uncomfortable. I was the non-affluent kid in an affluent community, and I lived in an attic. But I'm forever grateful for that because I learned so much about myself, and a lot of my drive comes from those 2 years of living in that attic. So to help the family get out of that and to help the family find a home, I became a childhood model, and I had to help support my family at a young age, which was a lot of pressures, but I'm grateful for it because it taught me a lot about perseverance. It taught me a lot about dedication, responsibility, and finances. And I was able to help out my family, which I'm very fortunate that I was able to do that. I also utilized my fitness. The way I coped with being the poor kid in an affluent community was I turned to individual fitness and maintained an incredible work ethic. I really committed to my sports because I realized that that was going to be a way out for me. I didn't have the means or the funds to attend a university from my family, so I committed academically and athletically to creating that. My senior year, I was actually named top athlete in the state of Georgia, and was recruited for college for both soccer and track and cross country. I decided to sign on for a cross country and track scholarship after much back and forth debate. Here's an interview from my father, where he talks a little bit about some memories he has of me.
It's very difficult to talk about Ryan in a minute, but he has excelled in everything that he's tried to do. As my wife has, I don't want to reiterate what my wife has said, but he did very well in school, in sports, went on to Auburn. But the thing that I think is the greatest is the fact that after he graduated Auburn, he said he wanted to go get a master's degree, which I said, I don't know how you're going to do that. He said, don't worry, I will do it. And within 3 days, he went to Georgia State, got a job as an assistant coach. They sponsored him, got him a job to work while he was in college, and he got his master's degree from Georgia State without us or the family or anyone spending a dime. Oh, by the way, he knew that he could do it, and he did a great, great job.
You see, running led to better opportunities for me. I attended Auburn University at a track and field and cross country scholarship, and upon my senior year was selected captain of the cross country and track and field program. That was my first taste of being a true leader, running that program and being there to support my teammates. And that was my first moment where I fell in love with leadership. I also learned more than, both what I learned in the classroom and off the track. I learned what it was like to be a minority in the sense that I was the minority in the track and field program. And it opened my eyes to a lot. And I learned a lot about cultures from my Jamaican teammates and Bohemian teammates, and African American teammates, and my Kenyan teammates. And I learned so much from them, and I learned so much about their stories, and I just truly loved every moment of it. After finishing up at Auburn University, I attended Georgia State University where I got a master's in sports marketing promotions. Upon finishing there, I worked for FILA in the running shoe division for 2 years, and then they switched me out west to handle the West Coast sales management for FILA running. After another year there, I was hired on by Adidas to go back east and be the key account manager on the East Coast. That's also when I met who's now my wife, Melissa, who truly inspired me, who reminded me that, I loved business, but I didn't love the corporate world, and I wanted to make more of a difference. This led to me going back to school to get a second master's in business education, and I was hired at Kell High School to be a high school business teacher where I loved every moment of it, and I was able to teach students about business, about marketing and sales and finance, and how to go about doing it the right way. Then my wife was transferred back to Thousand Oaks, California, where she's from, and had an RN position at Cedars-Sinai. So I moved back west with her, and I got on at Crespi Carmelite High School, an all-boys Catholic school, where I taught math and coached, and had some more experience with leadership. While at Crespi, I attended Loyola Marymount University, where I earned a master's in educational administration. Upon finishing at LMU, I was hired on at Calabasas High School to be the assistant principal of athletics. After a year of that, I became the assistant principal of curriculum and instruction for 2 years, where I learned so much about A through G, completion rates, master scheduling, hiring, evaluating teachers, and more. There was so much success there that I was involved in that my third year there, I was actually selected by the students to be the person who would hand out diplomas at culmination. Then after my third year at Calabasas High School, my principal opportunity came about, where I was selected to be the principal of AC Stell Middle School, and really kind of bring in my own views and my own vision of what a middle school should entail and the whole experience should be. You see, as I reflect upon my journey to leadership, I think about what makes me a good leader. And first and foremost, it's my family. My family who reminds me what's important and to maintain a sense of balance. It is also my running, because my running reminds me that you get out what you put in. The harder you work, the more success you'll be able to achieve, and the greater difference you'll be able to make. And also my hurdles along the way. 3 surgeries and an enlarged heart later, I continue to run. I continue to run for a number of reasons. One, it's my balance, it's my passion, and it makes me a better leader. But I also look at it to teach others to overcome obstacles, because if my father can overcome alcoholism and be sober for 25 years, I could overcome a few surgeries and a minor heart issue. And again, my family on the East Coast also, reminds me that maintaining that balance, and they challenge me to really think about moral fiber and what's real and what you have to do to make a difference in the lives of kids. Here's a quick interview with my two children. What makes your daddy special?
He's special. Special. He's so special.
Why?
Because he's the best daddy ever. The best daddy ever.
What makes him a good daddy?
Because he's a good daddy. He's a good daddy.
Why? What does
because
he do?
Because he runs. He's a good daddy because he's a principal.
Because I'm a principal? They always crack me up. So, what is my focus as a leader? Well, first and foremost, I believe in a diverse curriculum. One of the things I did upon coming to STEL is I opened up permits for out-of-area residents to come into the school, to increase diversity of the school and to help all students, because I believe a diverse curriculum helps all students to be successful and learn more about the world. I also believed in a healthier school, a wellness concept, which led to us receiving a bronze award as one of the healthiest schools in the U.S. And then I also believed in a restorative practice system, not a zero tolerance system. A restorative system that celebrates the successes, restores the harm that's been done, and really educates children on their behaviors and the impact their decisions make. And here's a picture of the AC STEL team today. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your day.